There is a lie you were told. It was a beautiful lie, full of promise. The lie said, follow the map, get the degree, find the career, build the family, climb the ladder. If you just tick all the boxes, you will arrive. You will find happiness. You will find peace. You spent the first half of your life following that map. You worked hard. You made sacrifices. You built a life that seems like a success story. You reached the peak of a mountain everyone said you should climb. But when you look around, the view isn't what you hoped for. There's no ultimate win, no lasting calm, just a quiet, empty echo. And one troubling question that haunts you at night. Is this it? This feeling is not a sign that you have failed. It is a sign that you have succeeded at the wrong game. You have reached the summit of the first mountain, but your soul is calling you to climb another, a higher one, a more dangerous one, a mountain that has no map. This is what Carl Jung called the second half of life. It is not a crisis. It is an awakening. It is a summons to begin your real journey. This feeling of disillusionment is a secret burden for millions. Before we explore the path forward, I want you to share a part of that burden. Go to the comments and name one thing you were told would make you happy, but didn't. Was it a promotion? A relationship? A possession? Let's be honest about the lies we were sold. Now that we recognize the old map is useless, let's begin drawing a new one. We should look into the risky but freeing truth about what lies ahead. To understand the journey ahead, you must first understand the prison you are leaving. Jung taught that the first half of life, roughly until age 35 or 40, has one primary task: to build an ego, to create a stable identity that can function in the world. We need to learn the rules. We need to build a career. We need to find our place in the tribe. This is a necessary and important stage. You built a container for your life. The problem is not that you built it. The problem is when you realize the container has become a cage. We can call it the golden cage of success. It is a prison built from other people's expectations. You receive praise for your achievements. You get rewards for fitting in. You are celebrated for performing your role well. But deep down, the real you, the part that doesn't care about status or promotions, starts to suffocate. This is the source of the quiet desperation many feel in midlife. They are successful, but not fulfilled. They are respected, but not true to themselves. This isn't just a feeling. It is a spiritual emergency. You have mastered the outside world at the cost of your inner self. This inner conflict is orchestrated by two powerful forces. You must understand them to break free. The first force is the social script. It's the unwritten rule book of our culture. It tells us what a successful life is supposed to look like. It values external achievements over internal states. It tells you that your worth is measured by your job title, your bank account, your social status. You have spent 20 years playing a character in this script. The good son, the responsible employee, the perfect partner. You played the part so well, you forgot it was a part. You identified with the mask. Jung called this mask the persona. The persona is who you pretend to be. And for the first half of life, that's okay. You need a mask to navigate the world. But then comes a moment, a crack in the performance. A moment Jung called the midnight summons. It can be a divorce, a job loss, a health scare, or just a quiet Tuesday morning. You look in the mirror and don't recognize the person staring back. This moment reveals your soul. Your true self finally shouts, "Enough." It urges you to stop pretending and start living. Most people ignore this call. They stick to their old routine. They buy a faster car. They pursue a younger partner. They try to drown out the inner voice with more noise, more distractions, and more achievements. But the echo only grows louder. They attempt to solve an internal problem with external solutions. It's like trying to fix a broken heart with a Band-Aid. The wound is inside. It is the wound of an unlived life. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego. The second half is going inward and letting go of it. Carl Jung. The second force is the rebellion from within. It is your shadow coming to collect its due. All the parts of yourself you had to suppress to succeed in the first half of life. Your creativity, your wildness, your anger, your unconventional dreams, they don't just disappear. They go into the basement of your psyche. They are the parts of you that didn't fit the social script. The artist, you are told, was impractical. The adventurer, you are told, was irresponsible. The quiet mystic, you are told, was weird. For 20 years, they have been waiting. And in midlife, when your ego is tired from all the performing, the shadow kicks down the door. This is why people in their 40s suddenly have affairs, quit their stable jobs to become artists, or blow up their seemingly perfect lives. It's not a midlife crisis. It is a violent, desperate attempt by the suppressed parts of their soul to finally be heard. This is what Jung meant when he said, "What you resist persists." When you push these parts away, they gain more power in the dark. Their unlived life wants to be lived. If you ignore this call, your unconscious will make the choice for you. It will be messy. It will be destructive. Because the shadow, when ignored, doesn't ask for permission. It takes what it needs. This is the moment when you realize you have been fighting the wrong enemy. The enemy was never the world outside. It was the parts of yourself you left behind. You have not been betrayed by life. You have betrayed yourself. So you stand at a crossroads. The old map is useless. The old life feels like a lie. The path forward is terrifying because it is unwritten. This is the beginning of the second half of life. This is the climb up the second mountain. The first mountain was about building your ego. It was about achievement. It was about asking, what can I get from the world? The second mountain is about dismantling your ego. It is about contribution. It is about asking a new, deeper question. What can I give to the world? This journey is not about finding a new set of answers. It is about learning to live with better questions. The climb requires 3 fundamental shifts in your operating system. These shifts are not easy. They require courage. They require you to let go of who you thought you were. The first shift is from achievement to meaning. You spent years chasing success. Now, you must chase what is meaningful. The great psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the Holocaust, taught that meaning is not something you find. It is something you create. It is found in 3 places. First, in a calling doing work that serves a purpose greater than yourself. It doesn't have to be grand. It can be mentoring a younger colleague, building a community, creating something beautiful. It is about shifting your focus from what can I get to what can I give. This is the shift from a self-centered life to a life-centered life. Second, in love, not just romantic love, but deep connection with friends, family, and humanity. It's about seeing the other person not as a means to an end, but as an end in themselves. And third, through suffering. By finding a redemptive purpose in your own pain, you transform your wounds into your greatest mission. You stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What does this now call me to do?" Your greatest pain becomes your greatest gift to the world. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. The second shift is from ego to self. Your ego is the small, conscious I that you think you are, the general of your conscious mind. Your self, in Jung's terms, is the total, whole you conscious and unconscious, light and shadow. It is the emperor. The first half of life is the reign of the ego. The second half is the journey to connect with the self. This means you stop trying to control everything. The ego wants to control, to plan, to predict. The self trusts the process. You learn to listen to your dreams, to your intuition, to the strange synchronicities that guide you. You develop a trust in a wisdom that is deeper than your own rational mind. You stop trying to be someone, and you allow yourself to become someone. It is a process of surrender. Surrendering the need to be right. Surrendering the need to be perfect. Surrendering the person you thought you were to make room for the person you truly are. It is the terrifying, liberating realization that you are not the driver. You are the vessel. The third shift is the most paradoxical. You spend the first half of life trying to become independent, to prove you don't need anyone. The second half is about learning the art of interdependence. You realize you are not a separate atom, but a node in a vast network of relationships. Your fulfillment will no longer come from individual victories. It will come from commitment, from dedicating yourself to a spouse, a family, a community, a cause. The first mountain is about building yourself up. The second mountain is about giving yourself away. In the act of giving, you find something that success cannot offer, a deep sense of belonging. You gain a quiet confidence that your life, with all its scars and turns, has a purpose. You realize that true freedom does not come from having no connections. It comes from choosing them. The world will not celebrate this journey. The social script has no chapter for the second mountain. Your friends, your family, your colleagues may not understand. They will see you letting go of ambition, and they will call it failure. They will see you seeking solitude, and they will call it depression. They will see you questioning everything, and they will call you lost. Let them. You are not lost. You are finally finding your way. You are shedding a skin that was never yours. You are answering a call that most people are too afraid to even hear. The fear you feel is not a sign to stop. As the philosopher Kierkegaard said, it is the dizziness of freedom. This is the scary and thrilling moment when you understand your life is in your own hands. You have no one to blame or thank. It is just you and the path you choose. The second half of life is not about decline. It is about depth. You trade the innocent energy of youth for the seasoned wisdom of experience. You trade the pursuit of happiness for the creation of meaning. You stop trying to prove your worth, and you begin to live it. You stop collecting things, and you start collecting moments. You stop trying to be interesting, and you become interested. This is the great irony. The moment you stop chasing the world's definition of success is the moment you finally find your own. It is not found in a promotion. It is not found in a bank account. It is found in the quiet certainty that you are at last living the life that was meant for you. You are no longer a character. You are the author. If you feel this call, if this message resonates with a silent ache in your own soul, then know that you are not alone. You are on the verge of your true beginning. This is the moment to make a vow, a commitment to your own becoming. Join the others who are brave enough to climb their second mountain. Go to the comments and declare your intent. Write, "My real life begins now." It is a declaration that the performance is over. The journey has begun. Subscribe to the Thinker's Codex. Welcome to the second half of your life.